Hey, good morning, Bootstrappers. What's going on? This is Ryan Nickel coming at you with another coaching tip. Today's little lesson is on one-man armies and how they die horribly. So sit back and stay tuned because here it comes. All right, so I got a property that's really a problem property. So a little backstory on this property is that I acquired it from a trust. I was going to do a short sale on it. The appraisal came back, morning Mildred, and the appraisal was for almost $100,000 more than what I owed on the property. So the person that was inside the house renting it from me, I told them, hey, we're going to work the short sale out. You guys can probably buy it if you want. That's what they wanted to do. And when it came back, all of a sudden they're like, whoa, hey, that's a lot more money than we thought. And we don't want that house. In fact, this house is falling apart, and all of a sudden, like, everything, like, started, like, all these problems, like, that were, like, wrong with the house, like, this, and that, like, all these different things. And so I'm like, whoa, dude, hey, man, if you don't want to buy the house, it's cool. You just continue to pay your rent, and, you know, you can move on or whatever. You know, I'm going to sell it. So then all of a sudden, they're like, no, we are not going to pay you rent and all this crap. And so I was like, what the hell? So here I go, and now I'm getting, I'm taking them to court for an unlawful detainer. They have now filed a restraining order against me, telling me that I'm abusing them and I'm harassing them, and I'm a violation of ADA because one of the guys is supposedly disabled, has a brain, he has brain damage or something. I mean, I have no idea. None of this was ever disclosed to me, by the way, when taking the application to have them rent the property. So now all this stuff is like coming out. And hey, what's up, Alexis? In fact, I was talking to Alexis yesterday, and she was like, "What are you doing? Let's stand aside and let the professionals actually handle it." And that's kind of what I was doing, like I had hired this attorney, and he was working it, and I was talking to him yesterday, and he's like, "Why are you talking to this person?" First off, there's like a third person that's like, enjoying their, like, the girlfriend. She's the one that's like pulling all the strings. She's the one that's written everything because these guys supposedly have brain damage and they can't handle their own stuff. But she's not an attorney and all this stuff. And finally the guy's like, look, I told you to play nice with the guys, like be cordial and stuff like that. Don't be rude. But I never meant for you to like talk to this other person who's never, like, not on the lease, not, a part of the lawsuit, all these things. He's like, cut her off. So as soon as I did, he told me to tell her, like, hey, look, I'm only talking to my tenants. You're not my tenant, and you're also not an attorney. So unless you're representing them, show me some kind of representation letter, and we'll go from there. But if not, we're done. So as soon as I did that, she then threw that was after she had texted me a copy of the hearing for the restraining order. And at that point, she was like asking me for like settlement money and all this stuff. I'm like, okay, and I know exactly where this is going. This is like extortion and all this stuff. But anyway, my attorney goes, look, man, just step aside and let me handle this job for you. In fact, you're going to have to hire me for two things now. It's related, but it's not. It's a separate but different case, but it is interrelated. And so I've hired him for the unlawful detainer, and have also now hired him for the restraining order. He's like, because here's what happens. He goes, here in California, you may or may not know this, but if you don't know your stuff when you go into court, this is a new field of law that shouldn't even be one, because anyone can file a restraining order. But here's what happens. If you go there and the judge says, oh my gosh, this guy really is doing something, or you don't have your ducks in a row, they can give you a restraining order. And if you have a restraining order and you have a gun, you are no longer permitted to have a gun in California for 5 years. Like, okay, I'm a gun owner. I hunt. I, occasionally go to the range and shoot, and I'm like, well, what the heck, dude? So, being a one-man army, trying to do this all by myself, I'm going to get myself in a lot of trouble. I just need to step aside. You need to have professionals on your team, guys and gals that you can go to that know their stuff, that you can rely on them, and they can go ahead and they can protect you and take care of business for you in this business, because that's the biggest challenge. I mean, like, seriously, I'm sitting here chatting back and forth with this gal. I mean, and this is beyond ludicrous. Okay, so I had an electrician come out to this property. He called to confirm to the tenant. The tenant said, stop calling me, call my mom. So now he's talking to the mom. She's not even like his real mom, but so she tells the electrician, don't come out here. I've called PG&E. This is such a dangerous situation. PG&E is going to shut off the power any minute now. So he's like, hey, he calls me up. He's like, hey, bro, I tried to fix the electrical issue that they say they have, but if PG&E is going to shut it off, I'm not going to do anything because I don't want to, interfere there until after PG&E has already done done their business, then I'll go out there and start checking stuff with the generator and stuff like that. So I'm like, what? PG&E's going to shut the power off? This is because it's dangerous and uninhabitable. I'm like, this is crazy. So anyway, I called PG&E and I asked them, and they straight up told me, they're like, no, we wouldn't set an appointment. He's like, we were out there and we saw everything was fine on our end. If there's problems on the inside, but everything's fine on our end, and we wouldn't set an appointment to come back and shut the power off. If it's dangerous, we'll shut it off right then and there, but everything on our end is fine. So I'm like, okay, this lady's just making stuff up, obviously. And so I called her bluff on it, and I'm like, look, you know what, I called PG&E, they said it's not being shut off. They said they did come out to the property, but everything was deemed fine. So what's the deal? But anyway, I digress. My attorney says, stop talking to this lady. She's not a part of the unlawful detainer. You're creating undue, stress on yourself by involving her. Obviously, she's crazy. I mean, he's like, you got nightmare tenants. In fact, you got nightmare tenants. They are professionals. They know exactly what they're doing, and they're trying to get everything they can out of you. So let's take care of business. Moral of the story is, have professionals, man. Have professionals that you can rely on to do their job and to take care of business when you have other business to take care of. It was great advice from Alexis. I had already hired the attorney, but I was still getting myself in the mix when I don't have to. I am going to the property today because they said they don't have smoke detectors or smoke alarms. So I went and bought, $150 worth of smoke alarms. I'm going to go up there and try to install them today. Because I gave a 24-hour notice yesterday that I'm coming. I'm on my way. And we did this once before and they wouldn't let us in. So I'll be there today at 11 with my contractor, with the electrician, and myself, of course. I probably won't be able to get in the property just because I have this hearing for this restraining order for harassment. It's funny because not once have I ever had any of the tenants tell me that I'm harassing them or to stop texting them, which all my texts have always been, hey, I'm coming out today at this day, or hey, this is a repair that needs to be done. Let's take care of it. And I've paid. I'm into the whole, probably not including attorney fees, about $4,000 in this property just in repairs that they've requested. So I'm like, what's this restraining order for about harassing, or even this unlawful detainer that they don't want to pay their rent because I haven't done repairs on the property, which is totally ludicrous. Anyway, it is what it is. But if you're going at this all by yourself, if you don't have the professionals on your team, man, you are going to go under, and you're going to go under hard. And it's a lesson that I've had to learn, a lot of different ways. Right now, especially, I mean, I'm into this one. When it's all said and done, I'll probably be into it $7,000. But my hope is that with the equity in the property and it's not damaged too much, I'll be able to flip it and make some profit. But anyway, man, I'm at my breakfast appointment with my business partner, and I'll see you all later. Just remember, guys, you're one deal away from changing your entire financial future. One deal. It's just that easy. It's that simple. All right, see ya.